Hey everyone. In this video, I want to talk about a subject that I believe many people may need to hear, which is do not use happiness to justify bad decisions. This sounds exactly like the way you're probably interpreting it, which is a lot of people use happiness to make absolutely horrible decisions and then rationalize them in their head as being the right thing to do because they increase their happiness. So a great example of this would be somebody going back with an ex who is probably not great for them because they made me happy in the past, or somebody binge eating a ton of ice cream because it makes them feel happy, or somebody making a really large purchase of a material item like maybe a car or something like that, or a large expensive purse or clothing, whatever it may be, that will make them happy, but then maybe make them have to scramble to afford rent that month. So don't use happiness to justify bad decisions, guys. It just isn't worth it. And while I do believe pursuing happiness is pretty important in life, I don't believe that's the main thing we should be seeking. I don't believe anyone should make that their main priority in life, their main goal to find happiness. Well, one, if you're constantly chasing happiness, you're never going to stop and realize that it's a mindset that you can attain at any place. You can be happy sleeping on a rock in a forest with no material items to your name, or you could be unhappy while in a Ferrari with a ton of mansions under your belt. And so many people don't realize happiness does not come from external things. It comes from within. It's something you choose. Like, here's a best example of this out there. You can be happy just by being grateful that you're here, that you exist in the first place. That thought alone can make you happy. You don't need anything to go along with that thought. You don't need a car or a house, a girlfriend or boyfriend, or a ton of amazing friendships. No, you just need the thought alone of being like, hey, I'm grateful to be here, to be able to exist, this beautiful ocean behind me, to be able to look at this sky and the sun and the beauty in everything, and to be able to experience other human beings and have relationships with them. And there you go. So we shouldn't be chasing happiness because there's no point in doing that. You're just going to forget that you can find it wherever you are currently. But beyond that, I believe pursuing meaning and fulfillment in life is way more important, because these things will actually increase your quality of life far more than chasing happiness would. If you chase happiness enough, in a way you can kind of equate that to the pursuit of pleasure, because at some point pleasure is something that makes many people happy, right? So if you're chasing happiness, you could just go from one pleasure to the next, but you won't really go anywhere in life. You won't be creating a legacy for yourself. You won't be finding meaning. You'll just be chasing that superficial pleasure, the superficial high that comes from those things that make you happy for a short period of time, because pleasure does not last. It's not a long-term thing. But when you pursue meaning and fulfillment, those are long-term, because then in a way you're creating a legacy for yourself. You're creating a history. You're creating something that will stand the test of time, that won't be taken away after 5 minutes pass like many pleasures do. So there you go. It's far more important and meaningful to chase meaning and fulfillment, which usually means getting outside your comfort zone and doing difficult things, creating long-term goals, and then pursuing them. So I truly don't believe we should make happiness the be-all and end-all in life, because chasing it can obviously lead you in the wrong direction, like the prior examples I gave you of going back to your ex, which I've known so many people who do that, or making a large material possession purchase that then screws you over with your finances, or things like that. So just make sure you do not use happiness to justify bad decisions. And I would especially say utilize this principle with relationships especially, because you do not want to be that person who says, oh, my ex made me happy, or this person I'm dating makes me happy, and then you ignore all the red flags, all their bad qualities, and forget to realize that, hey, this person may not be a good fit for you. They may not even be compatible with you at all, but they make you feel happy for short periods of time, so you end up going after them, and then you'll waste a ton of time that could be spent finding someone who's a better fit for you. But beyond that, a risk you run of going with someone who's not good for you is they could demolish your self-esteem. So they may not just waste your time, they could do even more damage than that. So it's just really important that you treat relationships with the utmost care. Like, you really gotta be careful and diligent here. Like, I don't know, I should probably just make a video on that alone, like how serious we should treat most relationships. For the most part, obviously, if you're casually dating, that's slightly different, but even there, you run the risk of meeting someone who could greatly hurt you, even if you don't end up in a relationship with them. So, yeah. The whole point of the video, don't use happiness to justify bad decisions, so just remember that. But anyway, that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about in this video, so I truly hope you enjoyed this one. If you like content like this, be sure to subscribe for more. Otherwise, the easiest way you can help me out is just to throw a like and a comment on the video for the algorithm, and I will see you guys in the next one. Arrivederci!